Hello, my name is Samantha, and tonight my mom and I will be watching Season 4, Episode 2 of Roswell, New Mexico. For anyone who is waiting for this video, thank you for waiting. It was delayed due to COVID. We got COVID, but we're getting better. I will edit out as much of the coughing as possible, but it's a lot better than it was. If you are familiar with our videos, you will know that we start with a discussion portion where we ask questions, go over theories, but if you want to skip right ahead to the reaction, it starts at this timestamp right here. Okay, so for this week, we are starting with a new segment that I am calling Things I Missed the First Time Because I Was Screaming Too Loud. There are two points with episode 1. The first one, completely missed the first time. Max does say that he is interim sheriff, which makes sense. Didn't hear it the first time. I was screaming too loud. I was, for some reason, completely shocked that Max was sheriff, but he is interim sheriff. He does say that. The second point is the scene with Kyle and Isabel. When she touches his face, she says, I really do love you. Didn't hear her say that the first time. I was screaming too loud, but I was like, oh my goodness. So that brings me to 2 points I want to mention with that. So I had been thinking that Kyle, he really likes Isabel, but I don't know if I'd say that he loves her. He's got it bad. It's been 6 months since the events of the end of season 3. So we know that he has not been very social in those 6 months. And so even after 6 months of not really interacting with Isabel, he is still head over heels for her. So I'm excited to see their relationship develop because I think that's where it's going to go with Isabel, which is the second point. I wanted to just be clear. I don't dislike Anatsa. I don't dislike Isabel and Anatsa. I just like Kyle more. And I love the representation of an interracial couple with two bisexual women. I love it. I just like Kyle more. And I hope that Kyle and Isabel get together. What are your thoughts on Kyle and Isabel?
Interested to see how their relationship, as we hope, ends. I don't quite know what I see for them.
I'm thinking it's going to be that she really wants to dive into, because they saw those Northern Light whatever things that the aliens put into the atmosphere. I think she's going to really want to dive into figuring out what this is. But Isabel was going to tell her though. But telling her I'm an alien is not the same as there's also this other triad who is up to no good. That's telling her a lot more than just something about herself. Yeah, or maybe she'll realize, this is not just about me. There are things, might occasionally keep happening. And this is not just asking her to accept me. This is asking her to accept who knows what.
And she might not accept any of that.
Is it possible Isabel does tell her and Anatsa chooses to step away? I hadn't considered that, but that's possible.
That's why
I wonder if that's how it happens.
That's where I was leading.
Oh. Interesting. That would almost be more interesting, I think. And also, you obviously can't have Kyle just swoop in there and then suddenly they're together. There needs, I want that build up to feel natural. So now our main discussion, before we get into episode 2, is about this new triad. Here's my main question, or the question I started with. Do they know that Jones is dead? And if they do, does that change their plans? Where have they been for 6 months? Have they been in Roswell? Why did it take 6 months for them to get to Roswell? You'd think, number one on their agenda would be to find Jones.
But it doesn't look like that's what they're doing. And I'm thinking that they know he's dead and are trying some, I don't really want to say the word witchcraft, but some type of...
They're using their alien abilities
to do something which may bring him back.
I think it's almost inevitable that aliens from the whole planet will show up on Earth with the intention of bringing the aliens back to the home planet. Like, I think that is almost definitely going to happen. Like, that's what I think the alighting is supposed to initiate. But, so you think that they know that Jones is dead, but they are trying to bring him back to life because it seems like their main goal as supporters or followers of Jones, assuming that that's what they are, would be to have him return to the home planet and continue being a genocidal dictator, because apparently they like that if they're followers of Jones. But since Jones is dead, what is the backup plan? Like, or like maybe they're trying to bring him back to life, but like, would the alighting do that?
So I don't what they were doing. What kind of calling is that? Were they trying to? What were they trying to change? What were they trying to find?
Like, because we had been wondering
identify
why those atmospheric conditions would be beneficial to them, and we had pondered that maybe like where the asteroids hit would like reveal something. But again, like, that's not really specific. Like, I don't know how you can make an asteroid be attracted to a certain location. So I don't know about that theory. I mean, I can only assume that it has something to do with needing the atmospheric conditions to be a certain way in order for something else to happen. Because the only thing we know about that is that they are the same conditions that were in place right after the 47 crash. But, like, that was a negative for them, so I'm not sure how this is going to be a positive. I mean, I assume there was some sort of, like, energy source, something on the ship that when it exploded, put into the atmosphere, whatever it put into the atmosphere to create those conditions. But I'm not sure why recreating those conditions is helpful. Oh, that reminds me. So I had been assuming that... So in the very first scene, the alien woman we saw in Mexico at the end of season 3, like, attacks that woman with the gas truck. And I thought that woman was then the third triad member woman who we see later with the guy. But that's a different woman. So I don't know what happened to the gas truck employee. I don't know if she's dead. I don't know if we'll see her again. I don't know what the alien did to her. But it's a different person. Oh, my other theory of what their backup plan might be, because, like, assuming that they want Jones to return to the home planet, assuming Jones stays dead, Max is not really a very good backup plan, even though he looks like Jones. And I was like, maybe they want to, like, recruit Michael as Jones's son, which obviously he would not do, but maybe they would pursue him under those circumstances. I think aliens are going to show up. I think they're going to want to take all the aliens back home, which none of our aliens would want to do, which worries me of what they might, like, threaten them with to try and make them go, which I'm not sure why they would need to go, but. So let's get into episode 2. Wait, so Kyle is still working at the hospital? So his hospital... Sorry. He's working at the hospital and Deep Sky? Okay, so it seems to be all over town. So I think our theory that, like, where the asteroids hit would reveal something is probably not the case. I feel like this might draw UFO enthusiasts to town, which is not the best for them. Especially with the triad hanging around, you know, who seem perfectly willing to do whatever they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not safe. Okay.
My boss would like a ride berry ship. And she also
Is this fake?
Or take home to deliver to on the roof.
As for the so-called flying saucers, there is a research firm in the area that is studying weather patterns
Some of their equipment went down during the storm.
Which is
I
true.
understand that you're frustrated.
Mostly.
We have tourists. They won't tell you the truth, but I will. At my museum pop-up, Graham Greene's Galactic Gulch.
What about the regular UFO museum?
I already sequenced its genome, and I thought you'd enjoy a good puzzle. Gotta get back to my tables.
I'm not sure what this woman wants. Like, and is it more that she wanted to reach out to Liz, or that Allie did and she just, like, sent her wife for some reason? And why, if they are, like, this science-y power couple, was Allie, like, in a dive bar in Mexico, not looking great? I think Liz is going to be intrigued by the science, because I think that's definitely it looks like a alien mutated cricket or grasshopper, whatever. Like we saw with the other triad guy. The other girl and then the guy both seem more focused on, like, their mission, whatever it is.
She said she wants to have some fun.
Yeah, which might be good for us, but is odd if she is a Jones loyalist. So, I don't know. Okay, so still a doctor.
Attractive care. Attentive, I meant. Attentive, damn it. When you're deciding whether to call me, would you please imagine I was clever and coy?
I'll keep that in mind.
She seems great. I like her, but I don't think it's going to work out for her. Well, I like the two of them working together.
Open it up, Deco.
Whoa.
What just happened? So what's missing?
Nada. And they obviously don't care about the cash since it ended up all over Main Street.
All right. Any progress on the boxes they took from Las Cruces?
One box.
Wait, there's nothing from that vault that's gone?
She said there's something from a...
Well, but from the other bank.
Records aren't digitized, so I've got myself a hot date with a stack of files.
It's gonna be
I just
Jones.
wish we knew their names.
So they broke this lamp, took the base, but left this other one intact.
So what's so special about this one?
I don't know.
So it
But
was
they're willing
in the
to break
base of
into
the
a bank
lamp?
to get it.
I mean, if nothing else was stolen from that vault, then, and there's a base missing from one of the lamps, it would have to be in the base of the lamp. But how? I mean, I presume Jones hid stuff in two different banks, and then they somehow knew that and went to retrieve it.
Yeah.
But that means that Jones, in either 47 or 48, hid something in a lamp that is still to this day in a vault.
Well,
This is our chance to experience the oasis of our childhoods.
There can be no pleasure until there's no suffering. Earth's due an awakening.
Well,
I am not sure what they want. And where is the other woman? Why is she not with them? This doesn't make sense.
Looks like our bank robbers have a sense of humor.
What did they write?
Bonnie and Clyde, huh? Cute.
But again, Bonnie and Clyde, that's two people. There are three of them.
but they were only two people sitting there.
Yeah, but if they think of themselves as a triad, or maybe they don't. Like, why are they not with the third one? I'm glad you told Alex. Good
You're
job.
saying that the plasma turned the locust into some sort of alien magnet?
I mean, I think Alex was probably, his theory was probably correct, but I also understand why Michael is not interested in pursuing that. I mean, it's very interesting, but I understand his hesitation.
I hope Alex accepts.
Respects Michael's
Right.
answer. Yeah, I hope so too. I think he will, but
Every burger, every song is a detour that keeps us from our destiny.
which is
Teska's searching for a lost relic, and I think I know where it is.
lost relic. Part of the ship?
What's up, Doc? I got Just, why are you wearing a costume uniform?
Don't take advantage of the kindness I've shown you.
The fact that you'd ever think I'd cross that line.
I don't know where your line is.
He's crossing a line, I think. Does he think he's Jones? Or does he know that Jones is dead? Would he expect Jones to still look like that 70 years later? He shouldn't. Okay, he knows he's being followed. Okay, he's got some powers still.
Is it?
Our savior. We got your message.
Why are you dressed like that?
Okay, so they don't know Jones is dead. He did assume it was Jones. Why have they not been looking for him?
We've been collecting what you asked for. As we...
Oh. So it wasn't just, hey, get over here. It was, do this stuff for me.
We've been collecting what you asked
But-
for.
So how much other stuff do they have then? Because they used that stuff that they got for the bank, we assume.
You're not our savior. You're the clone. You're nothing but genetic waste.
You can't.
A fetus will rise again.
Okay.
Oh, he knows about the genetic clone.
Yeah, which is odd, right? Because you'd think Jones would not want anyone to know that he is not invincible and is just replacing himself with clones. So how did this guy know about it?
Well,
And
Jones told
he
him.
said Ophiuchus. Is that Jones's real name? Maybe. Also curious that Noah used Ophiuchus as sort of his alias, kind of? Because that came up in season 1. And I guess it would make sense why Noah would use that. I mean, I don't know. Oh, okay, this is gonna be good.
You were right. Take the console with you to your secret treehouse.
Michael, you don't have to do that.
Yes, I do. You are my home. And I trust you to take care of my dreams.
It's so good.
I have faith that our relationship can survive being apart.
Where is he going? Okay, Alex. See, I knew something would pull him away. Okay, someone... Oh, those are the locusts! Alex! Alex? Is Isabel jealous a little bit? Kind of? Maybe not yet. But hey, good for Kyle. Alex. This is maybe not safe, baby. Is he gonna... Alex! It's that the Mexican alien, right?
Here's Johnson's contingency plan.
One car. You're about to be on it.
What? Michael! Your husband needs you! Oh my god! Okay, so Alex is in danger. So they
Whatever
made
that
some sort of
means.
trap. So he says he's going to be gone for a few days. But it's not like Michael would not expect him to call and check in for a few days. So I'm thinking within a day, Michael will know something is wrong. I would think. But it seems like she is intending to use Alex for the next step. I don't know why they would necessarily need a human to do whatever the next step is.
Yeah,
It could have been anyone,
there.
but Alex being in the area because he's looking for the weather balloons, which may be what the locusts are attracted to. He was then the closest human and fell into their trap, literally. I don't think it's that they needed Alex specifically. I think Alex was there, and so he is being used for whatever the next step is. Which is concerning, because that doesn't sound like it'll be good for him. But Michael gets to save him. We get to have a rescue, which will be nice.
And the aliens seem to think that Jones is alive.
Yeah. So why would they be carrying out Jones's instructions and not looking for Jones? You'd think that would be important to them.
Maybe it wasn't, the instructions were to do this, not find me.
Well, yeah, but still, you'd think Jones would want to be involved in what they're doing.
Well, maybe they don't know what they're doing, and the last step of it actually brings him alive.
But that can't be the original plan, because they think going into this that he's alive. So the original goal cannot be let's bring Jones back to life, because they didn't know that he was dead. They honestly still don't know that he's dead.
Well,
they just know that the clone is there. So they might think that Jones is still alive. Like, I'm not sure that the other triad are all on the same page. Like, I think they all know the same basic information, but I don't, okay, so they are definitely connected to Jones. We know that. Well, none of them remember being kids on the home planet. Yeah. For some reason we haven't figured out yet.
Well, their memories got erased.
Yeah, but no, the pod has not erased anyone else's memory. Yeah. So I don't know why it erased theirs. Looking forward to episode 3. Obviously, there's the concern about Alex, and what he will be used for, and the rescue mission, which I'm looking forward to. I'm interested in, I don't remember her name, but the character of Allie's wife. I like her. She's interesting. I really liked the line that Liz said of how Allie taught her how to be a scientist, and her wife will teach her like how to be the woman she wants to be. That was a good line. So that's an intriguing character. And I like also that it's a way of having the Allie character somewhat more involved without having to have Sherry Appleby in more episodes than she's actually in. So that makes sense. Okay, what are your thoughts with Isabel's mind influence on Anatsa? I'm wondering if like that guilt eventually leads to their breakup. Also, so she said she had to go, I forget what she said she had to go do. Yeah, but she goes to the Wild Pony, where did she know that Kyle was there? Did she want to go talk to Kyle, or did she just want to like not be next to the person she just lied to? And so she just happened to run into Kyle.
I need to go somewhere. So,
yeah. I don't remember where she said she was going, but it wasn't out to the bar. Did she intend to meet Kyle there? I mean, they didn't plan to meet there, but... And then she sees him there with someone else, who, again, good for Kyle, good for him. Turns right around. Interesting choice. That's all I'm going to say. Because if she had no feelings for him, I mean, yeah, maybe he's on a date she doesn't want to interrupt, but it could be just, oh, there's my friend Kyle with his other friend person. I'm going to go say hi. She didn't do that. Did not do that. I like the way that this season is shaping up. Still have lots of questions. But I think I like what they're doing with it, other than I don't really get the thing with Liz's student. I don't feel like we necessarily need that. Like, I feel like she could have all the same questions she's going through without having, like, a separate plot line of she has this student that is whatever. That's the one thing I'm not, like, loving.
It could be something we don't know yet.
Yeah, it might turn into something more. I mean, it might not. This might be it. I don't know. All right, so how soon do we save Alex? How far does Anatsa go with her questions? Will everyone share everything that they know with each other so everyone is up to date? Will they ever get there? I hope so. So we'll find out more in episode 3.